Hi, everyone. Welcome to From Code to Cure, the webinar series where we're exploring how AI is reshaping biotech from the inside out. Today's topic is about personalized medicine and if personalized medicine is the future of the healthcare industry or is just a billion-dollar buzzword. My name is Kevin, and today I'm joined by Dr. Pan, the CEO and founder of Ainnocence.
Hi, everybody. My name is Lurong Pan. I'm the founder of Ainnocence. Welcome for our seminar series 3. In this webinar, we will be talking about personalized medicine.
Yeah. So before we start, I just want to tell our audience our session is being pre-recorded today, but we love to hear your thoughts. So if you have any questions or want to send your comments or perspectives, just drop a comment below and we'll be monitoring the space and replying to all of the comments. And so without further ado, let's start by maybe defining the terms. So let's start by just cutting through the jargon. What exactly is precision medicine and personalized medicine? What do they actually mean, and how are they different from the traditional options?
Thank you for the question. So, personalized medicine and precision medicine is actually quite similar term, but underlying there's different concepts. Personalized medicine is to basically generates individual treatment plan for each patient instead of using a standardized treatment for a group of patient. That's by definition. And underlying it, since everybody has different genomic profile, medical history, and even similar symptom underlying may have different root cause. So in this case, we promote the use of personalized medicine. It is basically to be able to treat patient with better success rate and also less side effect that traditional standardized treatment may be lack of. And precision medicine is actually also it's a probably a broader term that it's not just refers to the clinical practice being part of the medical research field that which means we analyze the pathology, the treatment option and everything at the very precise level, which is the molecular level. So the treatment will be more targeted and also more the course of the disease will be more clearly understood. So that is the foundation of personalized medicine, actually. So the precision medicine is basically a big discipline as well, and that the entire like research foundation would support the clinical practice of personalized medicine.
Wow, that's very interesting. So yeah, I mixed up the terms at first, maybe because precision medicine sounds very close to personalized medicine, but in terms of the differences between personalized medicine and precision medicine, it seems that personalized medicine is just precisely directed towards the individual's treatment based on their individual genetic, biological, and possibly environmental factors, but precision medicine is the entire practice from end to end. Is that the correct assumption or the correct definitions?
Well, not exactly, but uh, well, it's like, let's see, by definition, you can talk about a lot of related subject, but down to the actual practice, it's just in short, it's like we treat everybody differently based on their genomic profile. And also it could be really a broad because personalized medicine could be not just molecular biology related methods. It could also involving other therapies from physical therapies or psychotherapies. They all could be very personalized. I guess yeah, we don't have to dig into the precise definition, but
Sure. Yeah.
in real practice, it depend on the patient and we get whatever available for them to tailor their needs. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. So maybe let's move on to talking about the current state of the personalized medicine. So obviously, we've defined the terms first. So where are we really seeing personalized medicine in action today in the industry?
Yeah, so for example, in the oncology treatment, it's already a very common standard that when patient diagnosed with some type of cancer, in the past, we probably just treated based on where the cancer is, like which organ it is, to apply like surgeries or kind of standard standard chemotherapy. However, in the era of precision medicine, the patient's blood sample and also the cancer cell samples will be further analyzed and their gene profile will be fully reviewed to identify subtypes of this type of cancer cell. And based on those information, the physicians will match what we call the targeted therapy, which we identify what type of targets are, mostly putative for this type of cancer subtype, and then we will apply a targeted drug that's very precisely hitting this type of cancer. So in this case, cancer becomes to thousands of diseases instead of one disease. And this is kind of already implanted by a lot of healthcare facilities that as a standard practice to analyze the genes of the cancer before they make any treatment decision. So this is just one very representative example. And in other disease areas, there's also some disease areas very broad, like there's, for example, neurodegeneration disease. And this type of diseases often have very weak course, and then everybody has different course of the symptoms. And in that case, there would involve also many different treatment options for each individuals, and then the physicians will analyze their, all the data they have and have different treatment for each patient. Mhm.
Oh, yeah, that's very interesting. And so I think on top of oncology, maybe rare diseases are another part where precision medicine is targeted or personalized medicine is targeted as a treatment option. Can you maybe explain to us how it works for rare diseases? Because for cancer, maybe like you have one type of cancer, but there's thousands of different types of subtypes. But rare diseases, they're like the name said, it's rare. So sometimes you might not have much data on it. So how does that work for personalized medicine?
Yeah, so actually, rare disease is a very good example for personalized treatment, and it's probably the only option for personalized treatment because the course of rare disease is actually mostly very clear. It's some type of genetic mutation that happens even before the patient was born, and then that type of mutation is pathological and often cause a loss of function of certain genes. So basically, the diagnostic of rare disease itself is a precision medicine practice. And currently, because of the development of the gene sequencing and also the price of such practices getting really affordable, so most of the newborn can be screened for such, possible rare disease when they were born, which give a very good starting point for the treatment of rare disease. However, because of rare disease is really individual and personal, like unique gene variations that hits about 4% of the population. But each gene profile would probably only cover a few thousand in the entire world. So it's just really hard for the development of using traditional drug discovery or traditional type of clinical study that involve like a large randomized trial to develop treatment for those type of people. However, genomic medicine is probably the only solution for this type of patient, which ideally we would foresee in the future if anybody has ever diagnosed with such a genomic defect. And once we get the report when they screened at the birth, the doctor could immediately using advanced gene editing or like genomic medicine such as RNA or DNA therapies and to correct the loss of function of those genes that they were born to have and be able to treat it or even cure it at the very site of the diagnosis. That would be the ideal situation, but that requires the cost of such therapies being reduced. So there's still some way to go in terms of biotechnology development to really reduce the price of genomic medicine, and those genetic treatment could be very affordable even for individuals.